a topic gap in SEO is when you look at the topics, keywords, content that is missing between your website and the market that you're trying to address. And that content needs to be fulfilled if you want to really look like an expert and complete. But there are a few challenges in the way in which most topic gap analyses are done at the moment. So at the moment, the underlying data for a topic gap analysis is usually based on just market data rather than the business itself. So what I mean by that is maybe it's, keyword data of how many people type in all these different keywords, and it's just coming out with ones that are, not in your title tags or not on your website, and it's not it's ignoring potentially the business itself and the things that maybe can't be delivered by the business. So what I mean by that is if you're a flight company and you don't fly to Bermuda, there's no point in talking about flights to Bermuda, for example. Then if the market data is compared to the site's content, if you do sit there and say, well, let's take out all of the flight routes that the airline doesn't have, then it's still generally a topic gap analysis that's keyword driven, not entity driven. So that means that, buying a home and buying a house may come across as different concepts when in fact they're exactly the same context. And even if both of these are overcome, the algorithms really have no understanding of what the business does, so they may not be able to get much in the nuance of what the business is doing. So I think that there's not that much value in recommending topic gap ideas that the business can't deliver on. If, as I say, if the airline doesn't fly to Paris, then even if there's a demand for the phrase flights to Paris, then it's not helpful as a suggestion. Now, there is a better way to go. If a human knows the business, for example, they will suppress suggestions that repeat themselves. They'll suppress suggestions that are of no value to the business itself. And what you could do is have is also note that a pillar topic in one sense, so something that you're targeting as a web page, as a sort of target page for a for a search result, for example, it could be a supporting topic in another sense. So it also plays back to topic clusters that, if you're going to do flights to Paris, then weddings to Paris may also overlap with the weddings page, for example. And then the thing that I think we should do differently is we should understand the website first before we create a topic gap analysis. And that means that we can potentially create a semantic distance value. And I've done another video on semantic distance, but we can create a value maybe for the semantic distance between the topic that's being suggested and how relevant that is to the existing content on the website. And this would make every topic gap analysis much more unique, because two completed plans in the same marketplace would look very different, because the suggestions and the ideas would be very different. So I think there's a lot of work to be done on creating decent topic gaps. I think InLinks has some ideas that we're working on, and I think that if we can generate much more of that understanding of a business is an organic entity, and you can't make it suddenly fly when it hasn't learned to walk. You need to develop the existing website. You don't want to rip it up and start again every time you change SEO suppliers. Thanks.